Right, what is up, Persean Sector? Mr. G here, and today we're going to talk about the UAF, or the United Aurorian Federation mod, and probably the most important thing in this mod, besides waifu anime girls, which are everywhere in this mod. If that's your jam, you've definitely come to the right place, but let's be clear. You're probably here for two reasons.
Space nukes. Space nukes. Space nukes. Space nukes.
And then, of course, super capital ships. That's right. Did I say super capital ships or flying battle stations? That's right. We are going to not spend 50 minutes in this video. I'm going to quickly tell you the fastest way to get these ships without using console command to cheat your way to it. Now, you're going to be running next, obviously, as well as Ashes of the Domain mods for this. And then, of course, the UAF mod. You might be going, wait, Mr. G, I can't find the UAF mod on the Fractal Softworks mod page. That's because it's not on there. You got to Google the mod itself. The devs have said it's not done yet. They're at 0.75 basically right now. They're going to put it on there when it's done, I guess. All right. What in the heck is a super capital and how do you get one? These are essentially flying battle stations. The mods of this particular mod have essentially created multi-part ships that are absolutely massive. There's going to be 3 that you're going to be able to track down. There is the Elite Flagship, which is essentially a super heavy battleship with redonkulous stats. This thing is an absolute beast. You are going to get this one by, of course, talking to the Queen of the UAF. We'll get into that in a minute. The next one we're going to look at today is the Novaria class flagship, which is an elite exploration dreadnought. This thing is a crazy carrier with really good ECM buffs. You are going to have to talk to the Robo Queen to unlock this bad boy. And the third one we're going to talk about is the Super Freighter. This one, you're going to have to talk to Miss Yamato to unlock, and the cargo capacity on this thing is absolutely insane, and it also doubles as a battering ram. So where are you going to begin in the UAF mod? Well, first of all, you're going to want to be commissioned to the UAF. If you've never played the UAF before, their system spawns here down at the very bottom of the Persean Sector. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, just to make your life easier, is go into Intel and fire up Importance. That's where you're going to have all your contacts organized. This is a mistake that I made early on. Now, one of the first contacts that you are going to want to go and get going is, of course, Nia. You can find Nia at the Vermilion Station, which is an independent station inside the main sector of the UAF. Nia is who you can talk to get promoted within the UAF, which you're going to want to do because you're going to need as much money as possible to get this done. We are, of course, already maximum here. After getting your rep up with Nia by doing this, by sparking conversations, of course, asking for work. She won't always give you work. You can compliment, you can converse. One of the things that you're going to end up doing with a lot of these characters is you're going to end up shoving them stupid amounts of donuts.
So you like donuts, eh?
And did I say, yeah, giving people donuts? Yeah. It's going to be shoveling, millions of credits worth of donuts into all of these NPCs to up your rep. If you're wondering, where do I find donuts? You can find these here on, of course, New Aurora, the main system owned by the UAF. You can actually create a colony, or at least, buy governorship for a colony to crank these out on your own. You're going to want to have about 800 of each if you want to boost your rep with the characters that you're going to have to get to today. Now, the main character you're going to get to if you want the main ship is, of course, the Queen Charlotte. One of the mistakes that I made early on is I forgot to actually have these folks added as contacts. So if you go in here, you actually need to hit add contact or your relationship is going to max out at 74. So I was shoveling donuts down the Queen's face like an absolute crazy conveyor belt, but I was stuck at 74. Soon as I boosted by adding contact, I was able to get higher than that. Now, one of the other things that you're going to have to do with the Queen is she is going to require a special, ice cream cone. You're going, wait, I have to get a special ice cream cone. Where does one track down a special ice cream cone? All right, to track down your magical special ice cream cone. I know this is what everybody wanted to be doing, is getting ice cream cones. The Queen's Gambit, you're going to need this as one of the unlocks on upping her rep at a certain point. This can be found by doing a quest right here in the middle sector of the UAF, right here. 6064 Kali Celestial Object. So to track down your ice cream cone that you're going to need, head over to the station at Favonius. Take a shuttle down to the dockside bar. Don't buy illegal weapons. Don't make eye contact with pathers, nor all that, and head to the crowded booth at the Favonius Beach and just wait in line for your ice cream cone like the good little boy that you are. This will get you past one of your rep checks with Queen Area. The next NPC you're going to have to make besties with is, of course, the Robo Queen. And if you're going, wait, there's a robot queen. Yes, there is. And her name, ironically, also Area. You're going to find her on Lunaman. After buttering up the Robo Queen, you are going to get access to a couple of things. Eventually, you're going to get access to the Novaria, which is that crazy exploration carrier. But you're also going to get access to Automata Logistics, which is going to unlock some of the absolute best weapons that you're going to be able to track down in the game. Speaking of boosting your rep, if you boost your rep with the Queen, you're also going to get access to the November Auxiliary, which is going to include a special ship market as well. I also own this colony, so you're probably not going to see that right here. That's going to get you access to some pretty good stuff as well. Now, speaking of owning colonies, while you are using Ashes of the Domain mod, you can buy governorship of colonies, which is exactly what I did. I bought the 3 most prosperous Auroran colonies because you're going to need a stupid amount of money to get all 3 of these super capitals. That's right. You're going to need 180 million. But let's talk about the final super cap. The final super capital ship you're going to get is by working on your relationship with Alexandra Yamato. To get access to her, you might, I'm not sure that's 100% accurate, but you might actually have to boost your intel with first this random character. Yeah, Inari Masoko Lafayette. Apparently she's a French furry into genetic modifications. Don't even get me started on what the dev was going with this one. Do what you got to do. Load her up with donuts, and eventually you'll be able to get your contact of this lady, Alexandra Yamato, and by boosting your relationship with her to 100, you'll be given the option to buy the Cherry, which is the ship that allegedly carried the Auroran Forta colony here. It is a giant, crazy, super freighter. Now, to be able to buy these ships, we need 180 million credits. What are we going to do? I'm going to get a couple of cargo ships. I'm going to park them at the edge of the sector. I'm going to put myself in cryo sleep, and I'm going to let the credits roll in from my 3 colonies that I bought the governorship from at max rank within the UAF. Now, after getting max rank with all 3 of these NPCs, the Queen, the Robo Queen, and Miss Yamato, you will be given the option to claim loyalty reward and purchase these ships from these NPCs. There are other ships you can purchase along the way that are special and unique variants of ships within the UAF that you're very much going to enjoy. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the big kahunas, which is, of course, super capitals. Now, the first super capital we're going to look at is the Solvernia, which is the elite flagship. It is going to come with a lot of these systems already built in. A lot of the custom UAF ships are like that, so you're not going to be able to actually change that much on this thing. You'll also notice that it's going to be segmented like a space station. They've called that decentralized engines, so your ship can continue going even if it loses part of its hull. You're also going to notice a lot of unique modifiers that are going to make these ships better than anything else you're going to see. Are they stupidly OP? Yes. Yes, they are, which is why you're here to unlock these. So you're going to have a number of UAF mods built into it, and it's going to be absolutely massive. This thing is just going to be able to steamroll pretty much anything you encounter. Now, the next ship we're going to take a look at is, of course, this one, the Novaria. Now, the Novaria, according to its description, this thing is the opposite of the Solvernia. So while the latter is about firepower and intimidation, this thing was basically about command and control of space. It's essentially a stupidly good carrier. It was originally designed for the Robo Queen to pilot it, but they're like, hey, you can have it. And this thing can just 1v1 an onslaught just using fighters. It's going to wipe that thing off the face of the earth and just delete it. And then lastly, lore-wise, you are going to have the randomly named Vanguard class Cherry Core Ultra Extra Large Hyper Freighter, the freighter that allegedly brought the UAF to the Persean Sector. This thing has stupidly huge cargo capacity, but what it also has is the ability to just be a battering ram because of its special ability, which is just turbo in a straight line. You can ram stuff with this. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. Now you know how to get these super caps. Hopefully that made your life easy. You're able to go and now, of course, nuke the hegemony or do whatever you want to do with your space nukes and your waifu fleet officers and your giant super capital ships. If you enjoyed Star Sector content like this, let me know. I've been semi-retired on YouTube. Maybe I'll get back into it. Be good out there. Stay safe out there. Mr. G out.